Hey, so today I want to talk about just something that's not really that important, I guess, but being that it is Valentine's Day still, I wanted to talk about some stuff that I've been seeing, some stuff that I've been thinking about, right? Now, there's a lot of things on the internet where when days like this roll around, the fucking clowns come out, the fucking weird people come out, the people who try to put others down come out of the woodwork. Valentine's Day is one of those days. It's one of those special days where the internet has like a bunch of just fucking weird ass people who they think that everything's got to be some sort of black and white and everything's an argument and everything's got to be a war and blah blah blah. Yada yada bullshit bullshit. And I've seen so many videos both on like people, well, videos, posts, all that kind of shit. I've seen that kind of shit on people who are either A, in a relationship on Valentine's Day, or B, not in a relationship at all. And yeah. And between those two people, you have the people in relationships who think it's like it makes them cool to like mock others, right? Like mock people for being lonely, like, haha, you're a lonely loser. There's those people who they like to make fun of lonely people. And then there's the other side where they like to attack people for being in relationships because they're just so bitter about people being in love. Now, like I said, I've seen both sides at this point. And the only thing I can just kind of ask in this case is just like, why does it really matter? Like, why does it matter if someone's in a relationship on this day or if they're a single? Like why does that matter? Like I get it. Like if you're in a relationship on Valentine's Day, you're going to be extra happy because it's going to be a very good day. But I don't think that lonely people deserve to be made fun of because they're lonely. But at the same time, a lonely person shouldn't go out of their way to attack people who aren't lonely out of bitterness and jealousy. It's just stupid. But anyway, it's just like one of those things where you just kind of question like what's the point? And I mean, like I've already said it, it's jealousy. It's just kind of being an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. It's just whatever excuse basically. But it's kind of one of those things where like a lot of people there are a lot of people who have just been single on like every Valentine's Day. And I still think that there's no justification for being an asshole about it. Being whether it be a person making fun of that person who's already miserable, or the other side where you take your years of lonely frustration out on people who are happy. It's just like it makes no sense. Like this day is really not that important. It's not that special. It's a pointless day that if Valentine's Day didn't exist, do you think anyone would fucking notice? Like, if next year they were like, we are getting rid of Valentine's Day, do you think people would care or notice? No. Like, the only people that'd be affected by that are relationships that, for some reason, only wait until Valentine's Day to be romantic. Those are the only people that'd be affected. And that'd be because they don't love each other enough to actually care about each other, throughout the entire year. So they wait for a special day to be romantic. And it's like, that's not how you do shit. Which I already talked about in the Valentine's Day video. I already talked about that. But like, look, I get it. I get being lonely, right? I get it. I understand. I have been alone my entire life. I have never once known what it's felt like to have someone love you. Because no one in my life has ever loved me and no one ever will. But is that an excuse? Is that an excuse to be an asshole? No. Is that an excuse to attack those that are happy? No. Like I just think it's stupid. I just think it's stupid the bitterness of this shit. Just like I'm going to attack others because I can't have what they have, and it's like yeah, you can't have what they have because you're a fucking little whiny bitch. Like if you're only if the only thing you're capable of doing, whether it be one of these two sides, whether it's showing off your significant other like they're a trophy that you won and bragging about it and putting down people who are already lonely, or being a better person who takes your frustrations out on other people, neither of you are really meant for a relationship, because the significant other is not a trophy. You do not hoist them up and put others down by saying, look at me, I'm better than you. And the other side should not attack people for being happy. Just because, like, maybe, just maybe you're alone because you act that way, because you're a bitter, jealous bitch. Just a thought. Like, if I went out of my way to start fucking shitting on couples, then that would probably be a good indicator to most people that I'm a toxic piece of shit and maybe I should not be interacted with. But I don't know. I was just kind of thinking about this, and it was just because, like I said, I saw videos, posts, I saw both sides of it where people were like shitting on people in relationships, and another side was like making fun of people for being lonely, and it's like Valentine's Day is just one of those days that reminds people who aren't in relationships that they may never be in one and that they're going to be alone their whole life. Like, that's just one of the downsides of Valentine's Day. It's a day that celebrates love, and when you don't have it, what do you celebrate? Nothing. You just kind of curl up and think to yourself, wow, I am unlovable. But if you're a bitter person that takes your frustrations out on others, then that's probably a good indicator of why you're alone. Because I could only imagine what a person like that would be like in a relationship. Because if they were dating someone, then that person would get all their frustration. If they get mad at something, they're going to take it out on them. If something bothers them, it's on them. If they have some sort of frustration about something, they're going to take it out on them. So the reality is, these people who are so bitter about their loneliness, taking it out on couples, are the exact type of people that if they were in a relationship, they would take their bitterness out on the person they're dating, thus making them single again, which builds up more bitterness, and then they take it out on other people. It's a cycle. But like I said, there's also people who are like so cocky and they use their significant other like a trophy, like a little gold medal, like, hey, look at me, you fucking virgin, ha ha ha, you'll never be in love. And they like attack people with it, like, look at me, I'm happy and you'll never be. It's just like a shitty cycle. And I've noticed it like every Valentine's Day. Like every Valentine's Day, if you go on the internet for even a second, it always feels like there's just like a back and forth bicker between like cocky people in a relationship and bitter, lonely people who they just can't accept that no one likes them. And it's like, well, shocker, they're not going to like you if you're an asshole. No one likes an asshole. Well, I mean, some people do. Because, I mean, there's assholes in relationships. So that means that obviously an asshole dates an asshole. So date an asshole. If you're an asshole, just date an asshole. If you're a piece of shit, date a piece of shit. It's that simple. It's not really that simple, but whatever. My point being is just, man, if you're in a relationship, just be happy with that. And if you're not, then I don't know. Just accept that you're not. Just understand that other people are going to be happy on this day, even if you're not. Because you're not going to be happy every day, and you might not even be happy for the entirety of your life. But that's still no excuse for getting mad at others, right? It's still no excuse for taking your romantic or sexual frustrations out on other people and being like, how dare you get what I don't? And it's like, who gives a shit, bro? Like, dude, I am like max lonely. Are you, like, seriously? Like, I have literally been alone every day of my life pretty much. And I have to just accept that no one will ever want to be around me. But am I going to take that on other people? No, there's no point. There would be no reason. The only thing I can do is cheer on other people and hope that their lives are happy and I hope that they're in love. And those who are lonely on Valentine's Day, the only thing I can do is hope that it gets better for them and that maybe they'll get a Valentine's Day where they're happy. But to the people who are being bitter bitches, honestly, they can just go fuck themselves, which is probably what they're doing right now. So I don't know. How do you feel? Do you feel romantic? Do you feel miserable? Well, that's everything. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so yeah, whatever.